All right. Hello. It is Friday. We're way into June already, and it is the word for you today, today's devotional. And today is Friday, June 13th. And the passage that they've given us is a short little thought. It comes from Mark 4:33. I'm going to read that to you. It says, "And with many such parables, he was speaking the word to them, so far as they were able to understand it." And they entitled today's lesson, Keep It Simple. You see, even today, most of Jesus' parables could easily be understood by a child. Jesus painted parables. He painted pictures with his words. His hearers could have imaginatively pictured his words as in their minds with almost colorful 3D as he painted out their stories. His stories were unique. They were simple. They were down to earth, and they were memorable. His parables were mostly free of spiritual jargon, of religious rituals. These parables that he told, they were practical and they were timeless. Parables and stories, what are they? Well, they're mental pictures that stay in our mind, in the listener's mind. Mental pictures of truths and ideas that remain in our minds long after we've listened to it. Most of us could easily share some of the parables of Christ, any one of these, probably in just 4 or 5 minutes with a family member without any problem at all. See, these are common stories for the common man and for a child even. These are stories that we could all relate to, and we could easily share with a family member who's going through some type of trial, asking some type of question. They were not some type of deep philosophical or abstract discourse on the meaning of eschatology, something that you might need a PhD in order to understand, leaving some to wonder, was he talking to me? What was that? Where was that coming from? Not that type of story at all. You see, the gospel is for everyday, ordinary folks, just like you and me. I love stories. I love testimonies. To me, these are the language of the heart. Both children and the childlike can both easily understand and experience a story. When we share a story, it can often be heard with wonder and anticipation. Stories and testimonies are something that should flow without any problem. We've done it our whole life of listening to these. But as Jesus shared his stories, he was different in doing that. He was engaging. He was inspiring. But I thought about that, and I thought, the reason why is because he was filled with kindness. He was filled with love. His compassion showed through the parables that he told. You see, Jesus taught his disciples, his followers, many different ways. He taught them in a group. He taught them in a synagogue. He taught them in a temple. He took them outdoors. He took them outside to the very world that he created. He taught them in informal walks in fields, around the lake, trekking up mountains, sailing in a boat, dining in homes, praying in gardens, out fishing, over long walks to the next town, at a meal, at a wedding, early in the morning, or maybe late at night with a visitor, or even just watching a humble widow drop 2 coins in a collection, hanging out with tax collectors, prostitutes, drunkards, and obviously little children. You see, that's the type of care that Jesus had. You would find that Jesus would stop over and over again. He would stop wherever he was going, whatever he was doing, and he would listen, and he would converse, and he would minister. He took the time to stop. We need to do that a whole lot more. He compassionately touched someone who may have been suffering, needy, sick, dying, or enduring some kind of oppression. He tangibly revealed the depth of God's love and power. For who? Well, for the lost, the least, the last, the unclean, the forgotten, the despised, and even the outcast. You see, Jesus invited people to take a look around them, at the birds, the flowers, the trees, even the hairs on our head, women baking, farmers in a field, vineyards, shepherds and their sheep, fishermen, fathers, sons, managers and workers, judges, laborers, beggars, widows, merchants, everyday people, everyday things, everyday situations. Jesus' parables, they involved all these everyday things. Why? Because Jesus used simple things we could all understand to explain the kingdom of God and how we should live in the kingdom of God in our everyday life. You see, Jesus taught casual, everyday life in everyday events, everyday simplicity. And I thought to myself, maybe we make sharing the things of God a little too complicated. Maybe we should be able to slow down in our everyday life and walk a little more simple and share Jesus a little more easily. Have a great day.